keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. Am I awake or am I dreaming? So far gone, I won't look back. And when I move, there ain't no stopping me. You're pushing me up to the top. I saw the clouds looking angry, but then the sky reached my mind. And when I space out, I see the possibilities unfolding the way that I want. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You cut me loose. You make me win in every way. Win in every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. 'Cause I'm the winner, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yes, I'm the winner, yeah.
When the lights are out and you stumble in the dark, you kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me to get you, don't forget to get you, to get you, don't forget to get you, to get you, don't forget to get you, follow me.
I've been holding on, I wouldn't let you go. 'Cause every time I try, you find a loophole. I've been slamming the door and just leave you cold. When I come back, you've heated up the South Pole. You see my body rush for the escape, while my heart wants to stay. I run away, hit the road, it ain't almost there. But I keep turning back just like a boomerang. You're like a backseat ghost telling me to stop. No matter what you do, I keep on coming back. Just like a boomerang. Just like a boomerang. Just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang. You know exactly where to push or pull. And I am going mad just like you knew I would. You're reading me like an open book. You know me better than I ever thought you could. You see my body rush for the escape, while my heart wants to stay. I run away, hit the road, it ain't almost there. But I keep turning back just like a boomerang. You're like a backseat ghost telling me to stop. No matter what you do, I keep on coming back. Just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang. My head is spinning on my shoulders. So what's the use of trying, baby? All the ways they lead to you. You're like a magnet pulling me in. I run away, hit the road, it ain't almost there. But I keep turning back just like a boomerang. You're like a backseat ghost telling me to stop. No matter what you do, I keep on coming back. Just like a boomerang. Just like a boomerang. Just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang. Just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning for you. Like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang. Room is filled with silence. We're alone and frightened. All we do is lie. They throw away our labor like a piece of paper, gone and won't be found. And ooh, 'cause you were not wrong. And ooh, 'cause we are not one. You've blown out the last ray and bury us in cold waves. I'm dancing in the mess you left behind. Oh, now you don't know me, can't control or own me, but you're the one who's playing with my mind. Yeah, yeah. So I'm just dancing in the mess you left behind. Yeah, so I'm just dancing in the mess you left behind. You head for north, I'm south. Though you're gone, it feels like something's watching me. I turn my head around to see if the stalker is you, but all I see is rain. And ooh, 'cause you were right blown out the last ray and buried us in cold waves. I'm dancing in the mess you left behind. Now you don't know me, can't control or own me. You're the one who's playing with my mind. So I'm just dancing in the mess you left behind. So I'm just dancing in the mess you left behind. Room is filled with silence. We're alone and frightened. All we do is lie. We're running out of light. Time is changing day to night. Lines are fading out. And we're dancing in the park. Nothing's wrong with when I start. 'Cause you look better in the dark. Oh, counting days, I made it through without someone like you. We're running out of light. Time is changing day to night. And you keep asking why. I'm out of control. Oh, my body and my soul don't wanna be whole. For you, I'm just unknown. And you're not that someone who will find my heart and bring peace to my mind. So move on, 'cause I will find the way on my own. Now life is happening and I don't wanna miss a thing.
Hey everybody, welcome to Monday Mentoring, and I'm your gal, Sally Sparks Cousins. I'm the founder of the Sparkle Class Academy. I'm your in-house automation nerd, lover of sexy numbers, and I like things that are branded well and make you stand out in a crowd. And today's topic is all about the 7 stages of the customer's life cycle, or I like to call it the customer experience with us. Now, if you don't know what this is Monday Mentoring. We do this every single Monday, except for public holidays and 4 weeks off over Christmas we take, unless I'm sick, okay? Occasionally I do get sick. So we don't do it on those days, but we're here every single week. The first hour of Monday Mentoring I spend here teaching you guys live. And while we do, first we start with content, then we wrap up with what did you learn? And then we go into live Q&A, still streaming live with our beautiful VIPs. Hi, VIPs. Hey, oh, wrong button. This is what I want. Hang on, that one, yay. Hey, VIPs. They're slowly starting to jump on in, but some of them don't like to get here until kind of we get to the Q&A section, or they will come in the second hour. So the second hour is where we go dark and I start to get them to share screen and we pull things apart. We look into funnels. We talk about branding, automation, and sexy, sexy numbers. And I've got the just washed hair look going on right now. I'm real fluffy because I didn't run the straightener through it this morning. But there you go. That is what's happening. So thank you all for joining me. If you are tuning in and you're watching this live stream, and I can see there's a few eyeballs out there, type, comment, because I can actually read your comments as well. So let me know where you're tuning in from. Whereabouts in the world are you? Because it's 8 a.m. here in Melbourne. But what time is it in your world? Awesome. All right. Well, let's talk about the 7 stages of the customer's journey, experience, life cycle, whatever you want to call it. It's the 7 major stages that a customer goes through when they're with us. And a lot of us spend a lot of time in stage number 1, which I hope you all are doing, because it's super important to grow your list, your number one asset in your business. Stage number one is lead generation. So lead generation is collecting emails and phone numbers to then eventually, figure out who wants to buy from you by nurturing them. But lead generation is stage one. And if you're building out your automation, I also recommend that as you build out each of your sales and marketing automation, that you actually label them per stage. It makes your build much, much easier. So stage one is lead generation. Now, this is different from your traffic source. So people think lead generation and they go, oh, Facebook, oh, LinkedIn. No, they're your traffic sources. They are the places you go to. Now, they're the social media traffic sources such as LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, Pinterest. There's lots of different places you can go to get traffic. Now, that's social, but there's also other traffic sources like joint ventures, paid ads, groups, going to in-person events. Well, if you're allowed to go to in-person events. So there's lots of different places you can go for your traffic source, but once they hit you, that's stage one, lead generation. So we're trying to get their email in return for giving them something small of value. Okay, so that's stage one. Stage two is the orientation stage. Now, this stage, we usually only deliver content to people once in this stage. It is for somebody who has never been on our list before. And during the orientation stage, we want to get them and tell them about what it is that we do. So we might point them to different resources that we have, maybe our website if you're very active on Facebook or YouTube, or you've got a blog. So we're delivering really great value in that area. Now, your orientation stage is no selling. Okay, it's about educating them and providing really great value. Now, the great thing about the orientation stage, as well as delivering great value for somebody who's never been on your list and getting them to learn about you, is if you set your orientation stage up right, you can also track how they engage with your orientation emails. So for example, if you've got 5 emails and they open and click on all 5 of those emails, they're pretty hot. They're really interested in you because every single day for say 5 days or 2 weeks, they've opened an email and read it from you. So if that was the case, I would seriously be setting myself up a task to let me know that this person needs a phone call, if we can possibly call them, or a more personalized email, because they're a lot warmer than, say, somebody who signs up and then doesn't open a single email. So through our automation, we actually give them a percentage rate on how orientated they are. Have they been, 20%, 40%, 60, 80, or 100% based on how they interact with those emails. So that's orientation. They only go through it once. Once they've been through it again, they don't need to, because they now know us, and we'll be moving into stage 3, which is our nurture to convert stage. Now, most of your leads will spend a lot of time in stages 1 and 3 because they will, they will be coming in through different funnels, but then they'll be nurtured to convert. So where we provide lots of great value, give, and then eventually you have to ask, all right? Get your ask into gear. So that's what we will do. We will spend a lot of time in the nurture to convert stage. Now, there are lots of different campaigns you can build in the nurture stage. One could be like we're doing at the moment, which is the Canva Made Easy challenge. I love a good challenge. One, it's fabulous for stage 1 for lead generation, and it's great in stage 2 because we're giving really great value and we're nurturing them through that stage so that we can nurture and then convert them to stage 4, which is the sale. So the first 3 stages, and even most of that, is really automated. until we get a sales qualified lead. And when they move from the marketing department to the sales department, it's still automated, but we spend more human to human connection and contact and building relationships with those who are really getting much, much closer to ready to buy from us. So that's what we'll do, is we will move into stage 4, which is the sales. So in the sales area, you will have you'll process the payment, you'll grant whatever offers or programs or whatever is involved in the sale itself. Once that's done, we don't stop there. This is now when we really need to start delivering and going above and beyond to create raving fans. This is where we build the onboarding sequence. So once they come in, how can we not just deliver, but wow the pants off them? How can we show up and do common things uncommonly well so that we're delivering fabulous content, but also prompting them to complete whatever program it is that you're putting or they've purchased and come into. So in the onboarding process, we do, let them know what they're getting, but we also gamify it as well with certificates and awards and recognition and lots of other fun things as well to ensure that they have an enjoyable experience. As well as that, in your onboarding area of your automation, reminders for when your lives are happening and when any group coaching's happening, all those types of things as well would go into the onboarding stage, which is stage number 5. It doesn't stop there though. If you've sold, say, a course or a coaching program, you want to then think stage number 6, upsell. Are there any other things that they can then move into or up to after they've finished with their initial purchase with you? Now, the thing with the stage 6, it can also live, stage 6s can live in that nurture to convert if you're using like a lead magnet to a tripwire. So a tripwire is like a little tiny $1 to $27 offer that at least makes them more qualified for us. So it's kind of like a little jigsaw puzzle, all of these stages. We put them together and you can have multiple lead generations, only one, or you could test a couple of orientation series. Then you may have a couple of different nurture to convert. But what I highly, highly, highly recommend, no, I'm just going to tell you, build one bridge though, okay? Make one work really, really well, and then you can go and build the next one, because otherwise you're wasting loads of time just testing lots and lots of different lead magnets, but you're not spending a lot of time measuring and optimizing them. All right, and then moving on to the last stage, which we can totally automate on the back end of a purchase, is to send out a review or a testimonial request, say 30 days into your program, or 2 weeks or 2 months, or at the end of the 6 weeks. It's totally up to you. Now, there are a couple of different review and testimonial type of sequences you can send out. One might be, hey, just could you please leave me a Google review? Did you enjoy the experience? Can you do that? Another one could be what they call an NPS survey. Now, I really like these because it's called a Net Promoter Score. And with the Net Promoter Score, what it gives you is they just rank you based on a few different questions between 1 and 10, and sort of that 1 to 5 mark or 1 to 4 mark, it's the detractors. They're probably not going to tell anyone about you. They maybe didn't like your program, or they thought it could be better. Now, we don't ignore those. We call them. What was it that you didn't like? How can we be better? Because we're constantly improving, or in the teaching realm, it's called pedagogy, constantly improving and learning. Then the next level up is your neutrals. Now, a neutral could kind of fall either way. They will maybe not tell their friends about them. They might leave you a review. It's worth asking. And they probably won't refer people. They're that excited. Now, your high people, like your 8, 9, and 10s, they're what we call our promoters. So we definitely want to reach out to them, because with those people, we could probably end up with a review, a testimonial, and also a referral. And that's where we then go, hey, you know lots of people I don't know, and maybe offer them a joint venture or some other way to bring people to you while also serving and helping their audience as well. So there we are. That is the 7 major stages of the customer's journey or life cycle or experience. I like to call it an experience because I want to make it fun, automate as much of it as possible. And then once they're done, I will then, work out the areas that you still need human-to-human connection. So even though I love automation, that does not mean I don't still speak to people. I don't still have conversations. It just means it allows me to choose my time wisely, to work out which parts need human-to-human connection. It allows me more time to have and spend with the people that really want and need my help. And then the automation takes care of the other stuff in the background, so no leads fall through the cracks. Nobody goes unnurtured, unloved, and appreciated for being an amazing human. So stage 1, lead generation. Stage 2, orientation. Stage 3, nurture to convert. Stage 4 is your sales. Stage 5 is onboarding. Stage 6 is upsell. And stage number 7 is reviews and testimonials. There we go. That's the 7 major stages for you. So if you're watching this live, get out your little tippy tap fingers and let me know a key takeaway, and I will share it up on screen of like a little aha moment that you had with that training. And if you do have any questions, put a little Q in the chat box for me, and then I will definitely try to get across to those questions as well. Now, I do want to head on over to the VIPs and ask them, hey VIPs, how are you? Only a couple of people are in here at the moment, but Mary, what was your key takeaway from this morning?
Sally,
If you can
so far,
unmute
you're
yourself
okay.
and just give me a moment to make sure all the sounds are in the right, you need to speak so I can make sure all the sounds are going through the right places.
Sally,
Nope, can't hear you. All right, this is what happens when things don't go to the right places. Try again.
Sally?
Yep, nope, still can't hear you. All right, give me a second. This is all the technical stuff. All right, speaker, audio. Okay, now speak for me. Yay! All right, I got sound, but I don't think that the live streamers have got sound. So give me a moment to fix that one as well. It's so funny, right? All of these little buttons that I push, and then, where's my mouse gone? There it is. Okay. It all looks so pretty, but doesn't always work when you need it to. Okay, it says active audio capture, and that sound should have been down. Hang on, where are my live streamers? Live stream deck. Here, audio. Speak for me again, love.
Hey, Sally.
What is going on with my stream? I had this all set up. My husband even came in this morning to make sure that it was all working. Yeah, that one is on. That one is on. That one is on. That one is active there. And microphone, speaker. Oh, hang on, that's got to go to, I believe it's, okay, try now.
Hey, Sally.
Yay! Woohoo! Yes! We got there. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. Everyone can hear you now, Mary. Okay. So what was your takeaway from this morning?
I wrote everything down, Sally. I've got it all here in front of me.
Yeah.
And I feel like that I'm almost there with what you're saying, some
Excellent.
of the stuff. It sounds like a lot of the steps had sequences in them.
Correct. Yes. Yes. So each of the stages have different things that you do in them. And so, for example, a lead generation will be collecting an email, delivering the freebie, and then they would move then into either orientation if they've never been on your list before, or they would move into nurture to convert. So we would look after them with some, say, educational emails until we've got an offer to present to them. So that's how it would work. So yes, each of the stages. And, you know, I know you're sort of starting out also on this journey. So just know that it's about just doing a little piece at a time. You may not have all of the things ready right now. The main focus is lead generation if you're still at list growth stage. I still am fixing onboarding years later, right? I'm still adding onboarding. I'm still fixing orientation series. You know, a little bit sometimes like the chef that doesn't always cook at home. I do it all day, every day for other people and neglect my own sometimes. So you are, I know you're doing amazing things, and I know it's you know, it's a new space for you moving into this world. So you're doing amazing things. But thank you for sharing. Catherine, did you want to share a takeaway at all? I know you're hiding in the background, but let me know if you want to share anything. Also, we've got a question that's come in here as well. So let me just come back to here. All right, so our question is, I want to be a VIP for $27. Can you give me the link, please? Oh, yes, that's easy. sparkleclubhouse.com. sparkleclubhouse.com. So if you join as a VIP and you want to come in, if you could send me a message via my business page once you join, and we'll ensure that you get the link for today. Uniquey, if you can also monitor the inbox on my business page for me so that I can so that you can send the direct link for anybody who does join, and I should get a little bing on my phone if you decide to join as well. Excellent. All right. Now, Uniquey has been helping me this morning. Cat's away. So the mice will play. Cat's away this morning. So Uniquey is in helping us. And Uniquey, do we have any questions that has come up that you've been looking at?
Yeah, so Sarah asked, how do I get people to download their lead magnet?
Ooh, great question. All right, so there are lots of different ways you can get people to download your lead magnet. Number one is to first have a landing page that you can send people to where they fill in their email address and their name, and then you will send them the freebie or watch the video or whatever it is. So that is how to get the information. In regards to how to download the lead magnet, I think if I'm reading this correctly, so the download of the lead magnet is where do you store it, maybe, to then send it to them. There's a couple of things. One, you could attach it directly in the email that you send, and then they just click on the link in the email. You could send them to a link in the email to get the download, but send them to a landing page with the download where they click on a button to get it. If you do that, you can also put an additional call to action on that page. So if they're ready for, say, the next step towards you, whether there's a tripwire or a consult there, you can add that on the page. And then also another thing you can do is you could deliver it straight after they opt in. It could be on that thank you page. It is not something I always recommend, but I know people do that. They opt in and the freebie is on the next page, because to me that's wasted real estate. That thank you page is a great place to put another offer, an upsell, or a consult offer to allow them to take that next step towards you. You've already got their email address. What's the next logical step towards them. So towards you. So for example, if you did a time management download as your freebie, the next page on the thank you page, you could offer a time audit, right? And they could book a call with you to help audit their time so they're using time more effectively. So in my personal opinion, that thank you page is really great real estate for an offer of some sort for those that are ready now. Now, of course, then if you deliver the freebie in the email. Now, here's a little hot tip for you. What I recommend that you do is delay the delivery of the email. If you've got an offer on the thank you page, I would delay the delivery of the email by about 15 minutes or 10 minutes. Because what happens when the freebie gets delivered, an email pops in at the top of your phone and the chances are they're going to click on it. And if they click on it, then they could leave the funnel and not book the appointment because they go straight to their email. So if you delay that email by 10 minutes or so, it allows them time to read what's on the thank you page and potentially take that offer that you have on the thank you page and not get pulled out of the funnel. Now, hopefully that's okay for you. I know I kind of went off on a couple of tangents there, and you said download, so I'm not sure if you meant actually downloading or getting people, like what do you do to get them to download it? Like what is the call to action, that type of thing. So if I move from how do we deliver download to actually getting people to opt in to download, there's a few things that I do. One is I always try to lead with a yes question whenever I'm telling people about, say, I'm telling a story, for example, that then says, here's this resource to help you fix that thing. So a yes question could be like, are you struggling with insert problem? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Insert why they're overwhelmed. So it's called a little mini close where they go yes at the end of it. And then you show them that the way out is by downloading that freebie, and they're like, yes, I've got that problem. Yes, you understand me. Yes, you've got results. Yes, I want that freebie. So there's a whole formula through the content that you deliver. So I always start with a yes question, then you sort of pinpoint the pain point, then you sort of agitate it a little bit by sharing a story that shows that you understand them or a struggle that they've gone through. Then you show them the light. It's like you're solving the problem and showing them that on the other side of solving that problem what it feels like. And then you get to download. You get to download it. That's your call to action at the bottom. So that's one standard or style of copywriting you can use. Now, there's some other really fun ways to get people to download your freebie. If you use stories and you do polls, think about two different things you can speak on or two different lead magnets or freebies that you've got to give away and run a poll inside of your story. And the cool thing with a poll is you can see who's answered which one. And then you hit them up in the DMs and say, hey, I saw that you were interested in, shopping on a tight budget versus how to choose the right, shopping on a tight budget or choosing the right color to wear based on the season. I don't know. I'm just making them up. But you could hit them up in the DM and say, hey, I saw that you would like to learn more about that thing. And then we use the good, beautiful, if I would you strategy. If I send you a link to that thing, would you like to read it or watch it, listen to it, whatever the freebie is? And they'll go, yes. And you go, great. Just drop your email address below and I'll send it through to you. So that's even without a landing page. That's pretty golden. So there we go. Hopefully that's super helpful. We've got some other questions. I see some cues coming in. Is the $27 for VIP to have lifetime and all video access? All right. So this is how $27 access to VIP works it's $27 a month, which means you get to join me for 2 hours up to 4 times a month, providing there's no public holidays or where I'm sick or Christmas, I take a break. Once you're a VIP, and you're in the Sparkle Clubhouse, you will have access to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of all of our Monday mentoring sessions straight away. So you can go binge me. And you can go back and watch all of them behind the scenes at the end. As soon as you stop paying your $27 a month, you lose access to all of that. Now, $27 a month is less than $1 a day. It's less than lunch out once a week. And I don't even know how many videos are in Monday Mentoring Library. And the library itself is fully searchable. So if you wanted to, say, find something where I was talking about time management, or you wanted to find something where I was talking about Kajabi or Keep or Acuity, you can literally type in the word and it will find every video that I've ever said that word in it. And it'll take you directly to that point in the video where I said it. And you can read the transcripts prior to clicking to see if it's the thing that you're looking for. So if you think about it, it's 2, 4, 6, 8 hours a week of content, a month of content that has been growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And then it does give you access to submit questions and come into the VIP room and have the second hour on the dark side with me, which is a pretty good deal. My peers, my coaches are saying I should be charging about $97, but it is we used to only have the VIP access to the people inside of the Sales and Marketing School and the Accelerator program. Now, I just want to say that we've been discussing that we're probably going to take away the $27 a month program next year. We've got a lot of changes coming next year, but anyone who signs up this year will continue to have access to it because it was the offer that you bought when you bought it. And regardless of what we change in the future, you will always have access to it. Because as we launch the Sales and Marketing School, we're going to have an influx of people coming in, and it feels a little unfair that we're selling the Sales and Marketing School, and then, I mean, you guys at $27 won't have access to that, but you still get to come into Monday Mentoring. So I just wanted to be totally honest with you. That it is probably going to go away in the new year, but anyone who's already in it will retain and have access. Whenever we change programs, I always make sure anyone who has purchased previous programs or any offers or promises that I've given continue to have whatever they purchased when they purchased it, and I don't change that at all. Another question coming in here. Is the $27 for VIPs to lifetime to all Canva challenges and video access? No. Two separate things. The $27 upgrade to the Canva challenge was VIP access to the Canva challenge training itself. Okay. That was Canva specific coaching that ran live. Now, anyone who purchases into the Canva training gets access to all of the trainings and the replays. If you do get the $27 upgrade, now the upgrade is going up. I think we're selling the program at $297 now that it's created. Anyone who joins the Canva challenge is given a week to upgrade and get a $250 discount if they upgrade and get it for $47. So we've got lots of little upsells, downsells, specials, sales, things that happen inside of the Sparkle world. Just like any business, there are times when things go on special. There are times when we give extra special offers. Think about it. You go to buy a Nike jumper and you pay $200 for a Nike jumper, and then next week it goes on special for $100, and you're like, damn. Same in a digital world as well. Too bad. So sad. I'm so sorry. You wouldn't then go back into that store and go, hey, I bought this last week for $200. Can I get a $100 discount? And can you give me back my $100? No, you wouldn't do that. And you shouldn't expect that from digital course creators either. They have the right to run specials and offers and discounts at whatever time works within their marketing and sales, projections and what they want to do. Hopefully that's answered your question. Next one is, I'm looking for a 27 one-time charge for all Canva challenges and video access. Yeah, I'm looking for a one-time charge for all Canva challenges. Send us a message. Send us a message, okay? I think that I'm not exactly 100% sure what you're after. You're after a whole program for only $27? Is that what you're telling me? We did offer, back when we launched the program, we did offer it at $27. I think it's $47 now. I'd have to get my team to look into that for you. I'm not sure what special is running at the moment. Which of the 7 stages is the hardest and most difficult to move on to the next stage? Okay. I think when you're starting out that you should spend... I would skip the orientation build to begin with. I would build stage 1 because it's list building. So I would spend the time in stage 1 and then stage 3. So how do we move them from just a lead or a prospect to a potential client? We use the word MQL, which means marketing qualified lead. So a marketing qualified lead is somebody who is still learning about us. They're taking all the free things. They probably haven't bought any of our tripwires or haven't booked a consult. They're still testing the waters, seeing if we're the right fit for them. Then we've got an SQL, which is a sales qualified lead. Now, a sales qualified lead is somebody who is getting closer to joining us because they know they want to pay for help now. And there's nothing wrong with people paying for help, all right? Don't get all icky and funny because, of course, you want help from other people. You would expect to pay, same as when people want help from you. Now, once they move to the SQL list, they get a lot more nurture. They get more human-to-human connection. Maybe one of our setters on the phone will call them and have a conversation with them. And then they may end up in a consult call with me, or they may end up in a webinar and buy, and then maybe have more questions. And a lot of my webinars I run in an open Zoom room because I do love the connection, as you know. Like a lot of people try to evergreen. I kind of like the live. I teach better when I'm live. But in regards to the hardest and most difficult stage to move, it's the nurture, convert to sale. Because, say, for example, you do a webinar, industry standards are about sort of 2 to 5% conversion in a webinar. But you can improve that by measuring and optimizing. So what a lot of people will do is they'll build it, they'll do it, and then they go, oh, it didn't work. I'm done. And they'll go build something else. The reason why we get such good results is we've built it, we've done it, and then we do plan, do, review. So we'll build it, we'll measure it, and then we'll optimize it. And I'll give an example. I'm great at webinars now, and then sort of, nurturing them through to convert as well. We've got a whole sequence going on in the background. In the early days, I used to get those low 2% conversions. Now, the current challenge that we're running at the moment, we're sitting at about a 20% conversion in the webinar. It's huge. It's great. It's fabulous. But I can tell you, I tried so many different webinar formulas, different strategies over the years to get to it, but I never gave up, right? I kept testing and tweaking and trying. It's another example is, say, for example, you're trying to sell a course. I'll see people, then their course isn't selling, so they just go and make another course. Why not fix the sale process, the nurture to convert process? It's definitely not your course. It's your messaging and that nurture to convert stage. So it's super important to get clear on your messaging. Doesn't mean you can't start selling while you're still trying to get clear on your messaging. But I would say that's the hardest, is the nurture to convert. Sometimes it's a mindset thing. Sometimes it's a messaging thing. I can tell you the Canva challenge itself is, it's hit the ground running really, really well. Where in the past we've run challenges and it hasn't landed so well, and it's taken us 3 or 4 attempts to really optimize the process. But also I would say that because I've built all of those other bridges and processes in the past, I'd learnt a lot from the previous ones that I did. And that's another reason why the Canva one is doing so well at the moment. And we're about to move into the personal branding challenge, which will be starting in November. So we've got a whole course, but we're just pulling out a small amount of the course for the personal branding to deliver as a challenge. And then we're going to sell the larger course at the end of it. I don't have many followers. What is the best way to grow my list? All right, so there's a couple of things that I recommend in regards to growing your list if you don't have many followers. So one is joint ventures. I think that they're fabulous, and it was something that I did and continue to do. It's also the reason why I've been able to work with some really great influencers like Amy Porterfield and Shalene Johnson and lots of others. But it's the building of connections and finding people that have a complementary audience, but you're not in a competitive business. So like for Amy and myself, Amy teaches courses. Now, people come into my program and I teach people how to build courses. Funny thing, I actually teach how to build courses for Shalene in her Marketing Impact Academy. But it's not the thing that I'm known for. It is the thing that I help people with when they come in, but it's not the thing that I'm known for. I'm known for automation, finding holes in your funnels, and branding. Okay, so graphic design. They're the things I'm known for. Now, it doesn't mean that I can't do all the other things and I don't help my clients, but why not support somebody who's known for course creation, because she also has a complementary audience. So once they build their course, they then need to automate the back end so that they can actually spend time doing the things that they love. Now, Shalene's audience, I am in there teaching courses, but her audience is more at the, I'm not quite sure exactly what I want to do, or they were like me. They were in network marketing. I call it it's the gateway drug to being a real entrepreneur if you're in network marketing. And because I was that, when I found Shalene, I was doing network marketing and then realized that I had something that I could sell as a course, and created a course due to her guidance, and her audience is very complimentary. So, and then also if people come to me and they're not yet quite sure, like they've got an idea, but it needs to be a little bit more than an idea to work with me, just a little bit more for the sales and marketing school. So I will send them to Shalene to figure out their passion so they can then come back to me once they've honed it in, because her program was the reason why I found my passion, the formula she goes through there. And I did create a little mini course on passion into profit, because the best way to learn is to teach. But now I don't sell that program anymore. I think Shalene does it best. So joint ventures is one. The other one is groups. Now, I know there are a lot of groups that don't let you post in them and advertise and market. But you shouldn't just be going and posting randomly in a gazillion different groups saying, download my thing. It's just rude, right? It's spammy. So use the algorithm in your favor. Yes, go and test a few groups. And look, years ago, I would say, yeah, totally go and post in lots of groups. The algorithm has changed a lot in groups, so much that it's harder to get seen, especially in the larger groups now, because the algorithm will only show people who have spoken to you and engaged with you. So I recommend going in and finding groups where your ICA hangs out and go and help people. Then what happens is, by you helping people, they start to the algorithm starts to notice that you're liked in that group. And then when you do post an offer, it will get seen, and then try to get them into the DMs is the best way inside of groups. Now, your followers, I want to say, is as well a vanity metric. Okay, if you have a look at my Facebook business page, I have 120 something thousand followers over there. Very low engagement. Why? Because Facebook wants you to pay to play. Low engagement, no matter, because the business page isn't something that really shows up on people's news feeds. Another example is a woman who had over 1 million followers on Instagram, and she thought she would launch her own clothing line. Now, you would think that that would be pretty simple for somebody who's got 1 million followers. And she only had to sell, I think it was like 30 garments to justify starting this clothing line. She didn't. I think she sold like 5 from her 1 million followers. Now, if you had an email list of 1 million, holy shit, you would be an 8-figure earner for sure, because a follower is a vanity metric. Real, like, business building, money making, the number one asset in your business is your email list. If you nurture that list, it equates to about $1 a month per email that you have, providing you nurture them and you don't just collect them and then don't speak to them for 12 months. If you're nurturing them and looking after them. I heard that years ago and I thought to myself, ooh, really? $1? And as my list has grown and I've made sure I nurtured them, so has my bank account. And look, it might be out by a couple of $1,000s every month, but what's a couple of thousand when you've got tens or hundreds of thousands of emails on your list, right? So grow that list. It is your number one asset. I mean, even, Amy, who, if you go and watch our interview, what was the one thing she wished she'd known earlier? That she needed to grow her list, right? It is so important. It is your number one asset. How long does it usually take, the whole 7-stage process? Well, I will say, how long is a piece of string? I'm still building out some of my 7 stages because I'm constantly optimizing and testing. The 7 stages will depend on each individual person. I've had some people that meet me for the first time, buy within a week, upsell up to my high ticket accelerator program within the matter of days. Okay. They love me. They're like, yep, you're my person I've been looking for. They've probably, I would say, one, they've got a business. They have struggled for a really long time. They already know that they need to automate the back end of their business. And they've been trying to, and they're usually stuck trying to figure out how to put all the pieces together, because their zone of genius might be health coach, or, mine is I dream about squiggly lines and automation and how to simplify processes. It's just how my brain works. So the jumper would be somebody who has struggled, is already aware of the problem, and is at that point they're now willing to just get that shit done. Now, there are the other people who are just starting out in business, and they are like putting their toe in the water and testing a few things and not really sure if they want to do this or that or what program they want, and they're all over the place, or they're chasing shiny balls. Now, it might take them 3 months to figure it out, or it might take them 3 years to realize that they need to do it right from the start. So it really depends. I've had clients who literally 3 years were stalking me before they're like, yep, okay, I've just got to do what I've got to build that automation, and I'm sick of trying to figure it out myself. So honestly, it is at the discretion of the person that's going through the funnel. That's why we have rules when we're building out our sequences. 1, always build a fast path. So for those that are ready to say yes, there is always a button for them to go to that next one, whether they're going through the ascension model or whether they're coming straight to consult and going down, oh, here she is, she's watching. Yeah. That's who I'm talking about. Janet's my longtime 3-year stalker, and she's now one of our done-for-you accelerator clients. Like, she's like, just do it for me, baby. I love you, lady. All right. And then... Oh, so always build a fast path. You got me all distracted there, Janet. You did. You gave me goosebumps seeing you there. The second one is always build a slow path. Yes, come in, darling, come in. So when you build a slow path, it is at each stage through your funnel, your marketing funnel or your campaign, there is a different point at which people could say no. So they will view the opt-in. Maybe they don't want it. No, they don't click. Well, then what? Maybe they opt in and then you offer a consult on the thank you page. They take the first one and say yes, but no to the consult. Well, then what? Maybe they take the consult and they come in and they say no, not right now to your program. Well, then what? Or maybe they buy and then don't like actually start and keep progressing through the program like they should. Well, then what? So what we're doing is constantly looking at the different stages that people come in where they could potentially say no or fall down or lose motivation. We always ask the question, and then what? And what can we put in the back end to support that? What can we show to support them? Unique, I'll come back to the VIP room actually, or anyone in the room want to make any comments on the questions that we've covered so far. Please unmute. Hopefully the speaker hasn't gone all cray. Are you there, Unique? Any other questions been submitted, honey?
Yep. So there's another one from Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
She asked, when does the enrollment close for brand building made easy?
Ah, I see you down in there commenting in the chat as well. I love that. So Unique is part of Team Sparkle, and we get questions submitted, and Unique has been being really well and actually putting them in the chat box so I can pop them up here. So the brand, so it's business building made easy, and if you want to have a look at it, just go to businessbuildingmadeeasy.com. It is our new program where we're really focusing in on building your brand and your list. So if you're trying to figure out your colors and your typography and what lead magnets to create, and you're stuck in all of the sparkly pretty things and you never quite start growing your list, well, this program is going to teach you Canva, so how to create your lead magnets, but also how to choose your branding so that you don't sit there for ages changing colors and type. It just slows you down. And then eventually how to grow your email list. So this whole program is open at founders members rate because we're building it live, which means when we're building it live, I'm actually teaching some of the classes, well, I'm teaching all of the classes live, and then we move it into a course, and we're actually going to be teaching it over the next couple of months. And so then the course itself won't be taught live. We'll just have live Q&A each week when it goes. Anyway, founders also are part of the build process, which means I also get to pick your brain and make sure that I'm creating an amazing product. The doors close on this program on Thursday, 12 p.m. Melbourne time, to get in at the founder member price. Once the whole program has been built, it's going to be a $997 program that we sell. It's $197 at the moment, but it will 100% be going up. So if you, and we won't be opening the cart again until I think the next year or the end of this year. I'm not exactly sure. I don't have the timetable in front of me. But yes, it will never be offered at $197 again, ever. So if you want to be part of not only the live build, but then have lifetime access to this program forever, then $197 is what it is. And yeah, I was told off by my coach that it's not enough. All right, Unique, this question here, who was this one from? Should I hire my own personal brand designer?
From Gina.
Okay, so you can totally hire your own personal brand designer. I was a brand designer for many years, and with the brand designer, they should be able to not just create your brand, but you want them to be able to do a style guide and also to give you your brand and your graphics in vector format. So I've had a lot of people I've seen go and get a brand made and they end up with these horrible pixelated logo graphics and images, and you run into loads and loads of problems in the future when you don't have all of your correct color codes and all of the different formats for your logo. So they should give you a colored version, a neutral, so a black and white, and they should also give you a grayscale version, because sometimes the color choices that you choose in the colored version don't look great in grayscale. So there are certain tones and hues that you'll choose that when they're moved to grayscale, they look like exactly the same color. So they should also be creating you a grayscale version, as well as a black and white, a black and a white, all with transparent vector style images. Then also supplying you all the other versions, PNGs, JPEGs, and then a complete style guide where they don't just give you a logo, but they're choosing all your icons, your typography, what your header, subheaders, and all of the fonts there. Now, a good graphic designer will go into the thousands of dollars. You can go cheap and nasty on Fiverr and those types of places and get some maybe up and coming designers. Just make sure that you look. Some of these so-called people on Fiverr are actually just massive conglomerate corporations that just make a heap of profiles, and they're just like messaging people over and over and over again, and they're just palming them off to different people. So you want to find like an up and coming designer that's probably wanting to test but knows what they're doing. Also be very careful. So I worked at a design agency in Melbourne for a while, and this was when all of these Fivers and all of these other places were starting to come up. And a logo has to be original. It can't be pulled from some other sort of royalty-free graphic and then just put your name under it. The image itself has to be original. And so we ran some ads on these platforms to see what sort of designs get submitted. More than 80% of them were just ripped off graphics from places like Shutterstock. You legally cannot use graphics that are on Shutterstock. They have to be original graphics for a logo. Now, if it's just an element that you use in the background of your images, but it's not a logo, that's fine. But if it's a logo, it has to be original. It cannot be a ripped off version from Shutterstock or, all of the other places that you can get graphics from. Another way around that is to create a typography logo is a good one to do. That's what, will be original because it's your name, but you can use different types of fonts and kind of morph them a little bit as well. So that's a quick, easy one to do it for yourself. So money. Totally. Or if you come and join the Business Building Made Easy, we will actually do the whole thing with you. Totally up to you, though. You are the master of your own credit card. Okay, so Unique says, is the Canva group still running? Okay, so yeah, I've seen this a couple of times. So what is actually happening is we have run some of the live training inside of the Canva group to build out the Canva course. Now, we still have some lessons and modules that we will make for those that buy the VI, or we're calling it the unlocked version, or really buying the Canva course. They'll get access to all of the bloopers and things of me creating the course live, the VIP room replays, plus all of the new content that I'm adding as we get questions about things that you want to know about, like how do I put the little phone in the bottom corner, those sorts of things. I'm going to make videos on all of those. So anyone who unlocks Canva and moves from just doing the program for free to unlock will get all of the updates. The group itself is still actually running. So when people, because I've still got ads out there running for the Canva challenge, when people opt into the Canva challenge, they get access to the group where they can submit their work and get championed. And we've got a new moderator in there as well. And we're going to do a live in there to welcome the new mod. And it is still running, but the free course itself gets dripped out inside of your Sparkle Class library portal every 2 days. You've got 2 weeks or 10 days to complete it, and then it disappears unless you upgrade and unlock the program. So I know at the moment on our website, they're setting it up at the moment to purchase the course for $295. If you get a code when you opt in, here's a little hot tip. You get a code when you opt in to the Canva challenge that's valid for 5 days. I think it's 5 days. And if you use that code, you'll get a $200 discount off to unlock Canva Made Easy, and you'll have lifetime access to that. Laura asked, besides the Canva and brand building course, are there any other courses? Okay, yes, we have a few. So we've got the Made Easy collection. Okay, so the Made Easy collection is you can buy Canva Made Easy, you can buy personal branding Made Easy, or coming in the new year, we'll also have list growth Made Easy. Those 3 programs can be purchased individually, or you can buy business building Made Easy and get a discount and have all 3 courses in one, plus all of the live replays and bloopers and any updates that we do. So that is our sort of stepping stone program that really focuses in on your personal brand and list growth. Okay, that's where we start. Then for those that are truly ready to take it seriously and set up their systems the right way, they would then look at enrolling in our sales marketing school. Now this program we do in cohorts, which means we do a group of students twice a year. Our new round is the end of February, maybe early March next year. You can go to the website and get on the wait list for it now. The Sales and Marketing School will be teaching you all of these stages. We focus first on not just a basic PDF downloadable. We will be looking at how to create challenges or mini trainings to grow your list, into how to sell in a webinar, and then how to get and sell them into a consult for high ticket offers, and all the tech setup, automation and everything we just give to you for that entire process. And then you also get access to unlock other automation and maps. So maybe you want to set up the orientation series, or maybe you want to do the an onboarding series, or maybe you want to do be able to manually input leads via a form and trigger automation series. Maybe you want a long-term nurture series. So you can unlock different marketing plans each month through the Sales Marketing School for 12 months. And then if you want to continue to unlock things, there is an ongoing after a year. But you get lifetime access to the Sales Marketing School. The next level up from that is our Done With You program. That is the Sales and Marketing School on steroids. So that is access to myself and my team 4 days a week, 8 hours a day, where you just get shit done. And actually, we've got Janet in the room. She's one of our... Hello, Janet. Hey, Janet. How are you?
I'm doing really well.
Oh, so nice to see you.
It's so good to see you. I miss you.
So you're part of the Accelerator program. What would you say compared to just the Sales and Marketing School? How would you explain the Accelerator program?
So the Accelerator program gives us the opportunity to come in and work with you versus the Sales and Marketing School, where you're enjoying the benefit of all the recordings and everything you've done live with people. The nice thing is to be able to get the lifeline, get the help with the code, jump in a room and have somebody look at your back end stuff to see where maybe you're just missing some of that automation. Or like I've had happen where a client will start getting random emails, or I viewed them as random emails. Like, I'm like, where the hell did that come from?
Oh, yeah, I love it when anyone comes in with a problem. That's when I get excited. I'm like, yay, hello problem.
So much fun.
Yeah.
So it's really, and it's a good community because everybody's willing to help each other. You know, whether you need testing of your automation or just to get some ideas, because we tend to get stuck in our heads so much. We'll spend a lot of time doing our own thing and bearing under the possibilities and the piles of all the possibilities. So it's very nice to have Sally, who will pull out the purple whip and put things back in order, which I am sure I am looking forward to over the next couple of days.
I'm so glad to see you coming back in. So we're about to, we run it in 8-week blocks, or 4 weeks. We take a week off in 4 weeks. So we're in week 1 today. So I will be seeing you in there tomorrow, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Awesome. All right, guys, I've just checked the clock. We've just hit top of the hour. So I'm going to now go dark and head on over, and a lot of the VIPs will start piling in now because they've got lots of questions they want to ask privately that's not streamed out. So I'm going to head over there now and do that. But as always, guys, never let anyone dull your sparkle. And before you leave, I want you to type in the chat below, whether you're on replay. I mean, you made it to the end, so you've been here for an hour with me. What was your key takeaway from this morning's session, and what did you like best? So pop that below in the chat box before you head off, whether you're on here live or on the replay. You spent an hour here, so at least put your little tippy tap fingers out and type something down there for us. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. And as always, make sure you get at least one income producing activity done each and every day. I'll see you next week.